Arsenal 0-2 Newcastle, Eddie Howe's greatest feat yet? What next for Arteta? Newcastle United delivered a massive statement with a 2-0 win over Arsenal at the Emirates in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. Goals from Alexander Isak and Anthony Gordon have placed Eddie Howe's side in a commanding position ahead of the second leg at St James Park on February 5. For Arsenal, it's now an uphill task as they aim to become just the third team in League Cup history to overturn a home first-leg defeat in the semi-finals. Is this Eddie Howe's greatest achievement yet? Eddie Howe's tenure at Newcastle has been filled with milestones, but this recent run of form could be his most impressive accomplishment. The Magpies have won 7 consecutive matches across all competitions, including away victories at Old Trafford and the Emirates, grounds where Newcastle have historically struggled. At the Emirates, Newcastle's prior record was abysmal, with just 1 win in 19 visits. Yet they triumphed without Bruno Guimaraes, their suspended captain, highlighting the team's depth and resilience. Statistically, Newcastle's defensive solidity stood out. Despite Arsenal's XG exceeding 3.0, Newcastle earned their 5th clean sheet in 7 games, conceding only 2 goals while scoring 20 in that period. Howe even switched to a 5-5-0 formation in the final stages, underscoring his tactical adaptability. What does this mean for Arsenal? This loss leaves Arsenal in a precarious position. Mikel Arteta's side now face the daunting task of turning the tie around at St James Park, a venue where they've struggled in recent visits. Arteta fielded a strong lineup, with a midfield trio of Odegaard, Partey, and Rice. While they created chances, poor finishing and defensive lapses proved costly. Arsenal's season, which has felt inconsistent since August, now hinges on regaining momentum as they balance domestic and European competitions. Arteta reflected on the missed opportunities. That was the biggest difference in the game. We generated a lot of situations, but Newcastle defended the box very well. In the semi-final, you have to be clinical. Alexander Isak, Newcastle's danger man. Alexander Isak's performance exemplified his lethal form. The Swedish striker opened the scoring in the 37th minute, finishing a well-executed move with a stunning left-footed strike off the underside of the bar. This was Isak's 15th goal of the season and his 50th for Newcastle in just 89 appearances, making him one of the fastest players to reach this milestone for the club. His influence extended beyond scoring, as he continually dropped into midfield, linking play and creating opportunities for his teammates. Arteta's side struggled to contain Isak, a player Arsenal once admired during his time at Real Sociedad. Odegaard and Partey were often caught out of position, leaving Isak unmarked in dangerous areas. A recurring issue throughout the match. Looking ahead. Both teams face pivotal matches before the second leg. Arsenal FA Cup clash against Manchester United, January 12, and a Premier League derby against Spurs, January 15. Newcastle FA Cup tie with Bromley, January 12, and a Premier League game against Wolves, January 15. While Arteta remains optimistic about overturning the deficit, Howe was cautious. We know the qualities Arsenal possess. With our supporters behind us in the second leg, we'll still need to do everything right to get through. Key takeaways. Newcastle's tactical discipline and defensive resilience shone through. Arsenal's inability to capitalize on chances left them vulnerable. Alexander Isak's form makes him a crucial player for Newcastle's ambitions. The second leg promises to be an enthralling contest, with both sides fighting for a place in the final. Appreciate your time and support.